The in-person questions first for you. Thank you.
They're putting him in a lot of different positions, not just post-ups. I think he's posting less than he has previously. One thing he did, and we saw last game against them, was lead the break quite a bit. Tries to find advantages in early offense, transition, and getting downhill. You know, he can obviously play against a defense that's not set, loaded up on him. That's been advantageous for him. But just his aggressiveness overall, feels like he's really tried to shoulder the load with their team, and he's been great, obviously, playing a high level.
You guys have had a lot of different players step up. But Robert Williams was not sure if he's last week. Speak to how his game has evolved, particularly in the defensive end of the floor. How can that benefit you guys against obviously top player like Heat?
Yeah, well, he's obviously been a good defender. We just feel with his versatility, we can move him all over the court and have him be on ball where he's good, switching on the guys, but off ball as well, being the disruptive force there. And then obviously end the game at times, depending on the lineup we have out there. If he's the only big out there, he's going to have to take those matchups. And like you saw the other night, played extremely well down the stretch. But throughout the game, he's, it's noticeable what he does, and teams are wary of him. And so he's been obviously high level all year. And I think, like I said, the versatility is the thing that stands out. You can put him all over the court on traditional or non-traditional matchups, and he can make an impact.
Hey, what does the Derek addition mean in relation to Marcus? Obviously, they're going to stay with their games, but when they're on the court together, like they have been a bunch here, I know Marcus is kind of taking on that point guard identity, but Derek's got to do that too. Yeah. How do you see them kind of sharing the way they can responsibilities?
Yeah, it's just another guy that can do it all out there, on or off ball. But at the same time, Marcus has kind of been used to that with Jason Jalen. At times he'll initiate toward the end, and we'll use Marcus as a screener and a roller and everything else in between. So it's just another threat out there to teams can't load up on. He can obviously handle and get us into things, but also playing off the ball, which he's been really good at, making quick decisions. I think it's noticeable how fast, those 0.5 decisions he makes. And so, just another strong guy out there to not have any drop off defensively and have that versatility that we love, but also offensively shoot the ball, attack, transition. And so take a little bit of load off those three.
The spacing in those units, I know it's about 28%. Do you always see those five being the core lineup? Or I know Grant was in there late in the last game. Just from a spacing perspective, how do you kind of view that enclosure side you have?
Oh, no, I mean, honestly, it's who's playing well. And if we need a bigger body and Grant's available, obviously, and he's playing, that's another option. But at the same time, we've closed with Rob and Al as well. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily a set five out there. Derek's just another guy that we can throw out there and we feel comfortable, which we had done with Jay Rich at times also. But, regarding the spacing, other than Rob, when we're talking about these units that we're mentioning, all those guys can play inside or out and space the floor, whether it's Al, Grant, and obviously all the guards.
I would assume that since he's outside, it's like Theis is available tonight.
Yes.
How is it to kind of bring him to his first shoot around and get acclimated? And what do you know about him? What last time? Are you familiar with him at all?
Yeah, obviously going through the first shoot around today, it's a lot of familiarity there. That's the main thing. I may know him less than the rest of the group. They've all been here obviously with them, and so excited to add him to the mix. And to your point, he does a lot of things that we do already. He's a big that can switch and guard inside outside, so it kind of fits right in as far as that. And another guy you can play with Al and match him in similar the way we use Rob. And so I think it's a pretty seamless fit as far as that. And it's just a matter of him getting back up to game shape and game speed, being that he hasn't played in a month or so in Houston.
You see him as a guy that can switch everything like that?
Similar in those ways, yeah. But he can also do the traditional coverage. And like I said, having him and Al out there is a lot of versatility between those two bigs. But at the same time, we can play him off the ball as well and have, I guess, a bigger body with Al on the ball, similar to how we're using Rob.
Coach, if I can jump in with a couple Zoom questions here. First one's from Mark Murphy, please.
Hi, Ime. Just from what you can tell, considering that Daniel hasn't played in a while, just how much does he have to get up to speed physically?
Well, we'll obviously be cautious with that. A month is a month. You can get shots and some script sessions up with us, but that's obviously not game speed. And obviously jumping into a highly contested game tonight is going to take some toll. And then you have to take into regard we have a back-to-back coming up. So if he's available, which he is, you would like to monitor it to somewhat around 15-20, especially with the back-to-back against Detroit tomorrow. And so we'll be cautious of that, but it depends on how he's playing. Honestly, he hasn't played in a month or so, so there will be some natural rust. But the thing I do like about him is he's been around the group and he's pretty comfortable with what we're doing. Final
question here from John Corrales, Coach.
Ime, you talk about Derek and his 0.5 decision-making. How much does having another guy out there that moves the ball like he does, how much does that draw out of some of the other people on the floor more ball movement? How much does that encourage, having another person out there, how much does that encourage other people to continue to move the ball just like he does?
I think it's pretty easy to see. What we've, really harped on this year is playing quicker, making quicker decisions. And, you have the shot, take it. If not, don't be a ball stopper. And so we've gotten better at that overall by far since the start of the season. And he's a guy that does it pretty naturally. So it does stand out, but at the same time, it should breed some of the same things in the other guys to see how we can get downhill and attack. We've had some really good possessions of quick decisions, and he's a guy that, obviously it's been ingrained in him to play fast and make quick decisions. So it's natural for him. And, trying to get up to speed with other guys as well as use their strengths, which is getting baskets, isolations. And so that mix obviously makes us more lethal offensively. But I think it does stand out with the things that he does naturally, and we're trying to build on that.
Thank you, Coach. We'll wrap it up right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.